I used to think I have a healthy relationship with food because food has been my best friend. It has been my comfort. Food has been everything, for lack of a better word. Because at a point in my life when I think nobody understood me, food understood me better. And for some weird reason, it gave me comfort. I don't know how to explain it to you, but I would find solace in eating other than talking to someone. When I'm talking to someone, I'll easily camouflage, but when I'm with food, I'm indulging in my thoughts and I'm just feeling some form of comfort. But now I'm realizing that that is not a healthy way of living, and I've been using food as a coping mechanism for the longest time in my life. I believe almost every fat person has tried so many crazy ways to even lose weight. That looks like not eating for 2 days. It looks like eating eggs for 1 week. It looks like saying no to meat. It looks like saying no to sugar. And you actually succeed. For a minute there, you succeed, you lose 10 kgs. But because the body craves it, this is something you're so used to having. The body craves it a lot. That minute, that day when I taste that wheat, that's it. It's over for me. I don't know how to eat it in moderation past that. Until now, another time I wear jeans and I'm like, hey, it no longer fits me. And then I have to go back to that diet. And then I lose 5 kgs and then I eat the weight back. And then it's a roller coaster. It's a cycle. And hence why you tend to look for a more permanent solution, because what you keep on doing is just a roller coaster, a cycle that never leads to a permanent end. I did the egg diet for I think 3 days. Nikaanza kufura. Started swelling, my body started swelling, and I was like, hey, this is so crazy. I am to the point that I'm just bringing stuff in my body, and then I was like, no, I can't do that. At some point, I also tried the watermelon diet, like literally eating watermelon. For like 2-3 days, I ate watermelon, nothing but watermelons. And on the 4th day, I was like, no, I can't. I'm just gonna fall down and I can't, yeah.
How was it for you? Did it really work? Or?
In terms of detoxing, the watermelon, yes, I detoxed my body, but as a sustainable means of losing weight, I don't think so. Yeah.
So you lost some weight and then...
Yes, I think I lost some 4 kgs and then it all came back. Like the next week, I had 4 kgs plus 1. It's a funny story. So I recently turned a huge age. I don't know if I'm ready to share. And when I was turning that age, I knew I had to change some aspects of my life. So the biggest aspect of my life was my weight. Like one of the biggest things that I have control over was my weight. So I knew for a certain number of years in my life, I've been doing it this way, and it hasn't clearly worked. If anything, I keep on escalating. And I don't want to test my body and see how far it can grow. So I decided to randomly, work on faith and tell people my story, share my story. So I shared my story with several people. I have been looking at Nords for the longest time, and when I saw them, I felt intrigued to share my story with Nords. And I shared my story with them. I saw them on Instagram. I shared my story with them. And I was like, this is the place I like to work with. This is the company I like to work with for this journey. So I saw them and I DM'd them about my story and where I was and what I needed and what I currently need in my life. And Nords were kind enough to reach out back, and here we are today. When I was researching, I knew I wanted something that is going to be a more permanent fix. I didn't want something I'll start and then after 6 months, it all comes back. And it was so easy to rule out everything else because with bariatric surgery, you have a new lease of figuring out your relationship with food. It doesn't mean that you won't have to put in the work. But because I mean, if I have a new lease of life and you still do the same things in life that you've been doing, it leads to the same results. So it gives you a blank page for you to be able to write what you want in that page. So that's why I found myself settling for bariatric surgery.